What's up everybody, welcome to another video. Finally doing an actual video. With this coronavirus stuff going around, there's pretty much nothing going on. All car shows have been canceled, all car meets. Absolutely nothing, no drives or anything like that. Most people are too scared to leave their house. Here in South Carolina, we're still allowed to leave, but all the restaurants and bars and any kind of like indoor business is pretty much all shut down. So we're sitting here in the garage with my GTO. And what we're gonna be doing today is an oil change on the GTO. And then I wanna take the GTO out, and my assistant here, Captain, just kidding, Megan, is gonna help us go out and we're gonna do a little feature video on the GTO. We'll do a few exhaust pulls from the inside and from the outside, because I haven't really been able to do that with the GTO yet, and I want to be able to let you guys hear what it sounds like. And we will do that after we get some fresh oil in this 6G72. Also, it's pollen season and everything is covered in yellow. And there's really nothing we can do about that. Even if I washed it, within the day, it would be all pollinated again. I got stickers made too, by the way. Had a few, I think I had about 30 or 40 made, and I was gonna hand them out at Import Alliance, but Import Alliance got canceled. So now I have some extra stickers. If any of you guys run into me, I'll try to keep a couple on me. But the GTO is already jacked up. I got a jack stand under there. We're gonna get under here and try to change the oil real quick. Hopefully the oil filter is not in too much of a pain of a spot. I haven't even looked actually. I can't remember where they are on the 6G72s. Oh, that's easy. Look at that. That's gonna be perfect right by the drain plug. No problem. Here's a good look under the GTO for you guys. Anybody interested in purchasing it? It is rust free, minus a little bit of like obvious teeny little surface rust on like bolts and things like that. But this car is really clean. It was a grade 4B at the auctions, so it's not gonna be a nasty car. So I'm gonna put this camera down and get this oil change started so we can get it out on the road. Under the car right now, it's almost done draining out. Can you guys get the bolt out, the drain plug out without getting oil on your hands? Very rarely am I able to do that. Today, we did not succeed. About to get the oil filter off here now too, as soon as we let this drain out just a little bit more. Why can't things just ever go like they're supposed to? An oil change is such a simple 5-minute job. But of course, the last owner of this wonderful GTO, probably some little Japanese man, cranked that oil filter down. It's a Mitsubishi oil filter, and I can see where it's got marks on it from one of those oil filter tools. Those are for removing it, not for tightening it. Somebody cranked that thing down so hard, and I cannot get it with my hands. I have one of these oil filter removal tools, but even this one is tightening completely up, and it's not doing it. It's not doing it. So I'm gonna go to AutoZone real quick and grab one of those oil filter removal tools that's you put on the end of a wrench, and that should do the job hopefully. Back from AutoZone, quick trip in the 180. I sure do love driving this thing. The pups about chased me out of the driveway. They wanna go on a WALK probably. What are you doing, you big lazy? It's hot for them here in South Carolina, being like 65 degrees. I was going to AutoZone with the intentions of buying one of those ones that goes on to the end of the oil filters and on a wrench. But getting there, I talked to one of the assistants there and she recommended this. It's another one of the strap type. I told her I'd been using this one. She's like, no, this thing's totally different. And this thing is awesome. I definitely recommend one of these. You pull the strap through and tighten it to whatever you need, and it worked perfect. It came with 2 of them, big one, a small one for like 12 bucks. And now if Megan can't open a jar, she can use this too. Awkward. Anyways, we're gonna get the new oil filter on and start getting this new oil in, and then we'll take her for a drive here shortly. Oh yeah, that's some good looking oil right there. She's gonna be purring better than ever. All wrapped up here, she took about somewhere between 4.5 to 5 quarts of oil. Mobil 1, full synthetic 10W30 as always. I run nothing but full synthetic in these type of cars. God, the pollen's gotten even worse since we started the video. But you can hear it purring nice. Let the oil cycle through a little bit, check the levels, and go from there, but it should be good to go. I think I'm gonna clean it up, at least rinse it off, and we'll take her for a spin here in just a minute so you guys can really get to know the GTO. All cleaned up. She really does clean up nice. I love a nice clean white car. Some of you I know aren't a fan of the wing. I'm not the biggest fan, but I like its style. It's a very Japanese, like 90s style with the big GT wing and the aftermarket front bumper. But overall, the car is extremely nice. Condition-wise driving, it's a blast. And I did find a front bumper and a hatch online for a 3000 GT VR4. It's all the same stuff, and it's from the twin turbo one, so it's got, I believe it has the active aero in the rear and the front still. And I offered the guy 500 bucks for it. He said, well, blah, 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 the spoiler alone goes for that price. I was like, well, let me know if you'll accept my offer. We're down here in the South where there's not that many people after these type of cars. There's not gonna be somebody going and paying big money, especially right now with all this stuff going on. So I potentially will be returning it to stock, we'll see. It's just a matter of if I can get that bumper and get that rear hatch. And it's in white too, that's why I'm super interested in it. I don't want to have to go through with painting something. In reality, it's not that hard to find body parts. I found multiple part out cars online. So if it's something you're thinking about purchasing, but you know, you're not a fan of the aftermarket stuff, you can definitely find the factory stuff still. But she's all cleaned up now, so let's go take her for a spin. Time for a ride in the GTO. I don't think you guys have gotten a proper ride in this thing. We're gonna merge into traffic here real fast. Hopefully you can hear the blow-off valve. Hope you can hear the engine sound a little bit. The GTO has obviously 2 turbos, twin turbo, and it's powered by the 6G72, which is also the same motor that came in the 3rd generation Eclipses with the V6, which is kind of weird. And what else? It came in a few things, but it's very powerful. It's a very good motor as long as you take care of it. And this one's been well maintained, and the fresh oil in it, she's boosting like no other right now. So we're gonna take her for a little spin. It's got like so many different blow-off valve sounds. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear it on the camera or not. But depending on like what RPM you're at, how much boost you're in, like you can hear so many different like. But we're gonna take it down to my spot where I like to film some of the cars, get a few shots of it. Megan's gonna stand outside, get some exhaust notes as I fly by, and hopefully it'll make you guys interested in the GTO. I mean, I know a lot of you guys already love the GTOs, but they're kind of forgotten about, and not a lot of people are very interested when you compare them to like Skylines and stuff like that. But I have a lot more fun in this thing than I ever did in my R32, and I'm not just saying that to try to sell this. It just feels better. Like, I like driving the R32 GTR around because it's kind of got that GTR coolness about it, but this thing is just feels amazing driving it. Already up to about 160 kilometers an hour there. Up here is one of my favorite spots to come and film whatever car I've had. Ever since I started driving, I started coming up on this hill. It's a dead-end road. You can see right here the road ends completely, and there's like a little service entrance for these telephone poles and stuff. But I always come up here. I always do videos and pictures and everything ever since my first, I think. I might even come up here with my S10 Blazer being a dum-dum, but definitely when I started getting into the Japanese cars, this was the place to come and take pictures. And I probably have a picture up here with every single car I've ever owned. But that's for another video. One day we will do a every single car I've owned video. Right now, we're gonna do a couple flybys in the GTO so you guys can hear from the exterior what it sounds like. The GTO is a serious beast. So underrated for what it is. From the factory, it's around 300 horsepower. This one might have a little bit more with the catback exhaust, intakes, and the other couple little things done to it. But seriously, an awesome car that just doesn't get the proper love that it deserves. And you get attention everywhere. Guy just asked me if my car scat. I'm not sure on the definition of that word, but I said yeah, because it's twin turbo. But this thing is sweet, seriously. But we're gonna go head out and pick up some Japanese dinner tonight and go eat dozos. Boy right here in the GS300 was the one talking to us. What's the definition of scat here in your Urban Dictionary?
Sexual practices related to shit and to eat excrement.
All right. Don't think that's what he was going for, but all right. Comment below if you know what scat means. Ah, the old GTO back at the house. Got the nice pink tree back there with the little pink flowers. It looks nice. It looks like Japan. It looks like almost like cherry blossoms. It's that time of the year in Japan, I believe. But all this craziness in the world. Such a beautiful day. It's so weird driving around and seeing all these places closed, no cars in the parking lots, and here we are just cruising our Japanese cars. I know a lot of you guys know what I mean. You know the feeling. Being car show season coming up and having nothing to do, but you got an awesome car to go drive in. Hopefully, I know New York and California I think are completely locked down, so hopefully it doesn't go that way for the rest of us. I am gonna wrap up this video though, because we have our sushi inside and I'm so excited to eat some sushi. So if you like the GTO and you're interested, please reach out to me. You can message me on YourCarBro Facebook page, or my Instagram will be at the end of this video. I'm currently asking $16,900 for it. If you're serious and for real, I'm okay with negotiating the price just a little bit. I know it's kind of tough times and everything, but I'm definitely open to negotiations on the price of the GTO. But with that being said, I'm also not gonna just give it away because it's one heck of a car, and it's got right at 97,000 kilometers, which is somewhere around 60,000 miles, 59 to 60,000 miles. So very low mileage, great condition, and a freaking blast to drive. I hope you guys enjoyed those exhaust notes. Seriously, I love it, man. I really do love the car a lot, and I don't think I'll purchase another one to resell for a while. It hasn't been that long. I've only had the car, what, a couple months at this point, which in reality, I need to slow down, think about that sushi. It's not that long to have a car and it not sell, especially something kind of off the wall like this where it's not a Toyota Camry. Not everybody's in the market for something like this. One more thing before we go. If you guys have been paying attention to my channel, I have like 3 or 4 videos up right now of streaming video games. Since this coronavirus stuff has kind of kicked off, I've decided, you know, obviously kind of social distancing. We can't go to a bunch of car meets. We can't do big car gatherings. Even if you're like doing a gathering here in South Carolina of like a few people, if the police see you, they can tell you to like move on, whatever. So I've been doing some live streaming of video games. I've been playing NASCAR Heat and Gran Turismo Sport. I hope you guys have been enjoying that. I'm going to continue doing it. I've had, you know, a pretty good amount of support doing it. I have a few of you guys always in there at the live stream commenting and everything. Some of you guys are playing with me on Gran Turismo and on NASCAR. So it's been really enjoyable so far, and if you guys haven't watched those videos, go check them out and look out for more live streams to come. Oh yeah, and the giveaway too for Mason's fundraiser. All this stuff has been crazy with, you know, him getting out of school. My mind's been off of it, but the fundraiser has closed, and I'll be doing the drawing for the giveaway for that little Japanese stuff, the Tomica car and a couple other things. I'll be doing the drawing for that here in the next couple days. I've just been super busy readjusting to what this kind of life is at the moment, I guess. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, thanks for watching.